Well, let's see here. Discover, Target, TJ Maxx, or Marshalls, Best Buy. Wow, I even got an Apple Card. Whoa, Amazon Prime. Fellas. It's your boy Flick once again. And managing debt and having credit cards is something that we all must know and we all must take precautions. A lot of people use credit, some people don't. However, today, guys, I'm going to show you how to manage your debt and your credit cards. If this sounds interesting, guys, well, let's get to it. But don't forget to like and comment if you enjoy my content. See, fellas, the number one thing that I want all of you guys to understand about credit cards and debt is that it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. See, in this world, as you get older and older and you try to buy assets and you try to buy a home and try to establish yourself as an individual, you're going to realize that you're going to need credit. So today, guys, I'm going to let you know how to manage your debt and how to manage your credit cards, because sometimes we go way overboard and we mess up. See, like me in the past, in my early 18s and 20s, I used to run my credit and I used to default on all my credit cards until I learned my lesson, and I learned that without credit, in reality, you're nothing. The number one tip that you need to know about having a credit card is that you shouldn't run it to the max. This credit card, it shouldn't be used as ways of money, meaning that if you don't have the money to pay it back, do not use it. Because see, the thing is when you use your credit card and you don't have the money to back you up, then how are you going to make the payments? Because half of the credit cards that we apply for run at a high interest. What is high interest? 24% to 29% APR, guys. That means that you're paying a higher percentage for every dollar that you use from a credit card. So a credit card should be used as a way of you to pay something, but then pay it all back when the balance is due. Another tip that I want all of you guys to understand is that if you don't have the funds and if you don't have the money, do not spend. As a consumer, we are embraced by spending and spending and spending. The reason why a lot of you guys and a lot of us accumulate so much debt and then we're going into bankruptcy or can't pay our bills is because we're spending what we don't have. When you balance out your budget, guys, you should be able to afford what you need and then a little bit extra. See, guys, a lot of the things and a lot of times, a lot of us just consume and consume without any repercussions, without us sitting down and saying, could I really afford this item? And then we're up to debt. It's estimated that most of the population in the United States has accumulated 80% of debt, meaning that we owe so much money to credit card companies, and it's insane. And this should not even be happening. If we knew how to budget and we knew how to manage our expenses, this wouldn't be happening. Another tip, if you do accumulate a lot of debt in time, it's always to apply for another credit card that offers 0% APR interest for the first 15 to 18 months. This is so helpful, guys, when you're trying to pay down a debt, and a lot of people do not know or do not take advantage of these offers. When you get these offers in the mail or by email, they give you an introductory rate of 0% APR for 12 months, 18 months, 24 months. These are always good for you to take advantage of because it's same as cash, meaning that you could transfer the balance of your new credit card over to your other credit cards and pay them down without owing any interest. It's like all that interest that you accumulated, you pay down that credit card and then you start from zero. And what you do, you start paying down that credit card. Since you have 0% APR, you'll be able to pay down that credit card faster without owing any interest. Guys, take advantage of the 0% offers because they are a blessing. Guys, I know it could get hard, but the way to manage your expenses sometimes is by you taking control of the situation. I know holiday season is around the corner and a lot of us want to spend on Christmas gifts and whatnot. Guys, there's a limit to it, and always limit yourself. If you know you're gonna overspend on a credit card, you know what I do? I grab that credit card and I rip it. Why? because sometimes we can't control ourselves. And sometimes we do want to go out there and spend what we don't have. But the way that I manage my debt, guys, from experience, is that if I know I'm going to spend, I rip that credit card out. That way it's not even in sight. So this is a tip, guys, that I personally use when I know I'm going to be overspending. So let's say you do have a few credit cards and it's affecting your credit score. What is a reasonable credit score? Between 650 and up, guys. If you have anything below 650 and down, that means, guys, that you're not getting too many offers and you're actually getting denied for credit cards. When you have a credit score of 650 and up, you're gonna get the best offers. You're gonna get those 0% APR credit cards. And not only that, guys, but you're gonna have the opportunity to actually apply for a better loan, whether it's a car, whether it's a home, whether it's a boat, anything, guys. The better your credit score is, the better you're gonna get a loan on all your stuff. See, many times we always think that we could pay things in cash, but in reality, we need credit. Credit is something that we're always gonna need in this country in order for us to establish ourselves as an individual. As we're getting older, credit is so important. And I want to let you guys know that for all of you guys that are in high debt, that can't manage your expenses, it's time for you to take control, because you can't enjoy life if you don't have credit. If you do manage to spend, always try to keep your balances below 20%. Below 20% is the actual way that you are sustaining your debt, and your creditors see that you're actually paying down your bills and you become very trustworthy. The more you spend, the more red flags you raise, and you won't be able to apply for many things, or you'll get very low credit limits. Guys, I know that sometimes things can get overwhelming and we have accidents and we have emergencies, but it's always perfect to have your balances no higher than 20%, 25%. Guys, I really want you guys to take my advice on this, because I was that dude that messed around with his credit, and it took me years to develop my credit to where I want it now. And I'm really enjoying the fact that I get all these offers now because I actually took care of my credit this time. When I was a lot younger, I didn't really care. I blew it all off. I spent whatever at bars, at clubs, at titty bars. I just didn't care. And I faced the repercussions for that. And I'm letting you know from experience that it's very important for all you guys to take care of your credit. Always check your credit score, Credit Karma, freecreditreport.com. Experian, TransUnion, Equifax is always important to keep track of your credit score.